went to the entertainer yesterday and I picked up this figure, mainly because I want to see how articulated it is. I want to try it out. I bought this figure years ago, but I thought I'd pick it up for $3.75. And it's Skywalker Dagobah, number 21 Black Series. Back of the card. So these cards are pretty tatty, but for $3.75 you're going to get, this looks like a great figure. So you get two sets of hand, pistol, unlit lightsaber, lit lightsaber. So let's get this out of the box and have a good look at it. Here's the figure in the carton still, but you can have a better look at the detailing. It's a great face sculpt. You can see those double joints on the elbows. Pretty cool looking figure. And there's the two sets of hands. So you get two hands like that and two grabbing hands. There's the pistol, lightsaber hilt. Pretty cool figure. Here's the Black Series number 21 Luke Skywalker Dagobah. That's the lightsaber, nicely painted. There's the unlit hilt. It's got a peg on the side, but the figure doesn't have a peg to peg it on. Has a little hook there, but they never put the little round bit at the end so it could hook on. There's the Han Solo blaster. Nicely detailed, and there's two of the hands. So they're pretty cool. All four hands have that pivoting function. So these ones like that, the splayed ones, go up like that, and then this one goes like that, up and down. Pretty cool figure. Very nice. I mean, these double joints are kind of distracting, but it gives you great articulation. Figure from behind. Really cool. Let's check out the articulation on this figure. So the figure in terms of articulation has a ball jointed head with some limited up and down, turns fine, shoulders move and can rotate all the way around. So you've got great articulation there. The upper biceps turns there, and they've got the double hinged elbows. Pretty nice mechanism there. Then you've got the pivoting, rotating wrist. Torso can turn, but this one's pretty stiff, but it does turn. Legs can go outwards. You can do the splits with them. Knees bend, but not much. So that's about as much as the knee, and then the ankles are on rockers. So for its size, this figure's got great articulation. Legs don't really kick forward, so you have to somehow twist like that to get the leg, but you know, so you're a bit limited with the legs, but the upper torso has got great articulation, especially these double jointed elbows. Pretty cool. So great articulation overall. The blaster can fit in the holster, but it's a really tight fit. That's about as far down as it will go, and it's really, you know, it's just the hole at the bottom's not big enough, but you can leave it there like that. And grips the lightsaber fine, and you can get him into many poses. So pretty cool. Very nice figure. Great head sculpt. You just got to be able to handle the sort of complex mechanism of the elbows, the double jointedness. You've got pivot there, pivot there. So it can look a little bit weird. I mean, what they could have done is given him a jacket to wear, like a cloth jacket. But but then that would have added to the cost of the figure. Still, it's a great Luke Dagobah figure. And there's the other two hands. Look at that, you can get him in that two-handed handstand pose. That's amazing. I'm expecting him to fall down any second now, but look at that. Pretty cool. That is very cool. You just got to get him nicely balanced, and you can get him in that classic pose with that he has. That is very cool. So that is wicked. Okay, I'm very impressed with this. Very nice. So that's a great thing you can do with this figure. You've got to use both the splayed out hands, but that is wicked. Okay, here's the Luke Black Series Dagobah with the original Power of the Force Luke Dagobah. So you can see how things have evolved in terms of head sculpt. I mean, his vest has got striations along it, whereas this one's more plain. But obviously it looks more like, you know, pretty cool to compare the two. This is a transition saber. This figure was kindly sent to me by a YouTube friend. So it's nice to compare the two. And it comes with a lightsaber and a massive blaster there. Let's compare the heads again. But that's 20 years difference almost. Okay. That's the Power of the Force. They've done it again. So just to make sure it's not a fluke, you can get him to balance. That is so cool. I mean, that is pretty nice. So you can get Luke balanced as on Dagobah, but only a little tap will get him to fall over. There. Okay, so that is, I'm very impressed by that. Is Luke packing both weapons, which he can hold fairly well. There's the pistol and the lightsaber. It's a really nice figure. You can see a bit of staining there, sweat staining, and then all the weathering on the trousers, and then the detailing on the trousers. Really nice. You can see the scar there. Really nice looking figure. Great head sculpt. Brilliant. Belt is removable. And I thought it'd be nice to compare it with the vintage figure. So you can see that the vintage figure is a lot taller. That was of its time. Pretty cool. There's the belt removed. As you can see, it's got a nice bit of silver paint on it. Quite nicely detailed. Clips in there at the back. There's the pistol. And there's the hands. So, I mean, you get great articulation with the arms. They're really fluid. And you can put them into the handstand, which is pretty amazing. Face likeness is good. You can see the hip joints there. Pretty good figure overall. So you go to the Entertainer, you can pick this one up for $3.75. I mean, I got it out of interest. I wanted to, I've been thinking about how good this articulation would be, and it's pretty good. I mean, the legs, to get into that standing up pose, balancing pose is pretty cool. And yeah, so the face likeness is really cool. The body sculpting is great. Once you just these can be a bit busy, a bit distracting, but what you lose in visual appeal, you gain in articulation, so it's but what a great figure overall. And there's the other two hands, pretty neat. So overall you get quite a lot of cool stuff, especially for the price in the UK now. There's the head. The head's really nicely sculpted. That's a great Luke likeness. And you've got the lightsaber. Arms, they come off easy. So you can see how the figure's put together. Pretty interesting. Very nice. There's the belt, the two arms that are easily attached, pistol, two sets of hands, this removable saber. So overall this is a great figure. That's the Black Series number 21 Luke Skywalker. £3.75 in the UK. This is an Italian import back into the UK, so definitely worth tracking this figure down, just so you can get him balancing like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so cheers, goodbye, hope you enjoyed this review. Bye. You can still do the handstand, which is amazing. Pretty cool. Very cool indeed. Just make sure the arms are straight, otherwise, because the elbows are kind of loose and they sort of wobble. But that is pretty cool. Okay, here's the figure unassembled Luke Skywalker Black Series Dagobah number 21. So you get all these bits and bobs you can fiddle around with. So you've got a lot of display options and all that sort of stuff, and especially if you get the Yoda as well, because the Yoda comes with a little blue bag, you can put Yoda back in that. So overall a really great figure. Great head sculpt. Okay, so that's the Black Series number 21 Luke Skywalker.